Remove It Permanently is a permanent version of the Nuke Anything Enhanced. This one will actually stay from page to page and even from site to site. So if you are a regular visitor to a site that is loaded with ads, you can be able to right-click on the ads, remove them permanently, and be able to not have to see them again the next time you visit. The Screen Grab is a add-on that will allow you to save the entire web page as though it was a photo, almost like a screen capture of the desktop, although this screen capture will be able to grab everything, including parts not currently visible. This Session Manager will allow you to save any number of open tabs as a single session, so if you like to browse sites that will encourage you to read other articles or lots and lots of Wikipedia entries, for example, you can save several of them at a given point and then come back to them later to finish reading and so forth. Speed dial is essentially the same as a speed dial for a phone, except in this case it will allow you to begin with a number of websites you can speed dial to. Alright, now that that's all of them, I'm going to restart Firefox, and each one of those will have been installed, and I will be able to begin customizing each of them further. First, they're going to start opening each add-on will open its own home site, so that I can be able to see whatever new changes are available, whatever new offers they may have, etc. I haven't mentioned it yet, but this Key Scrambler is a piece of security that will allow Firefox, Internet Explorer, and other browsers to encode your keystrokes so that if there is a piece of malware on your computer that tries to record your keystrokes and send it to somebody else so they can steal your login information, this program will prevent that from happening. So now here we see the number of add-ons trying to go to all their different sites. Online Translator Toolbar is attempting to change my home page. I don't want that. The add-ons extensions was telling me all the different add-ons and whether or not I want to use any of them. Speed dial for the first time, you may want to configure it to your own personal settings. In my case, I want it to load whenever a new window opens and when a new tab opens. I don't need dial groups because I don't need that many pages to be available at once. As far as customizing the rest of these, I can just close the windows. So now I can go up here to Tools and down to Options. And in my case, I prefer not to have Firefox saving it to the same folder every time. I want it to always ask me where, and I don't need the downloads window opened when showing me that. When Firefox starts, I want it to show a blank page as opposed to showing my home page, which is this. In this case, whenever I start Firefox now, it will open to a blank page or a speed dial. So in this case, I can say make speed dial group number 1, www.google. So now whenever I need to automatically go here after immediately beginning a web session, I can click on any of the numbers. And if I need to, I can rearrange the groups to whatever format I want. I could put email into any one of these. I could put, say, Facebook or YouTube into any one of these and have it register. And the advantage to this is that it will load a preview of each page as it's currently shaping. So if I had this set to a new site, it would show me the current headlines of that, but it may not necessarily cycle through them all. So now I finished updating this Firebug to work in this old version of Firefox. I'm going to choose to install it now. It's going to install, and I will have to restart Firefox, and at that point it will open with a new tab. And so now it's been installed. I can choose to close this, and we see that instead of going to a home page, it now opens onto speed dial. And so now to begin uncluttering a lot of this, I can go to View, Toolbars, and choose Customize, and I can be able to pull something from here over to here or vice versa. So I'm going to begin by moving the translating toolbars over to here, just the ones I use most often. So just highlighting text, highlighting a page, or translating an entire page, and remove the rest of these down here. So now we see the rest of these up here. We have the refresh, stop, home, and the download video toolbar. I'll be demonstrating that a little bit later. To change the buttons available on Google Toolbars commands, I'll be able to just go here. A lot of this is fine. To go to the tools, I can uncheck a lot of these, because I don't want all of these cluttering these up. I can just uncheck the boxes for each. Choose save, and now it's a little bit less messy. These are bookmarks that I can fill with other entries later. Down here in the corner, we can see the Firebug and the screen grab commands. If I were to click on this, I would be able to either save any of these different selections as well as copy to any of these selections, and it would behave as though I had pushed Control-Shift and print screen. This personas down here will allow you to change the different themes that you have for Firefox. So you can go to the Google toolbar or anywhere in particular and choose a theme, and say for instance I will just pick this one. I'll click wear it, and now everything is a little bit more customized. In the case of downloading anything, you can change that with add-ons. Going to the download status bar, if I click options, it will show me, for example, the download speed, the time remaining, the progress in percentage. I don't need to worry too much about the download speed. I will want to worry about the size downloaded so far. Actually, the percent I can turn off, because as a bar I can see the percentage of its progress. And in this case, I can have the download bar automatically clear itself after a few seconds. In this case, after 1 second, it will clear after downloading any given type of file. And if I happen to close Firefox, I want to keep a window open so that it will continue any downloads. Appearance, I can change it to a custom style, in which case it will have all of these different characteristics. So for file name size, I will just say, about 20. The progress notification size, actually that's the text, so I'll keep that as 9. I want the size of the box itself to be 30. And speed colors. In the case of me downloading anything, the color of the download will indicate to me the speed at which it is coming. So in this case, anything green would obviously be as fast as the connection would allow, although I'm going to change the speed settings to a little bit slower. So now at this point, if I go anywhere to download anything, like for example, a video on YouTube, or say my university site, where they will demonstrate the engineering, graphics, and design technology, I can be able to, in the event of any kind of content to be downloaded, download it because it's automatically coming to my computer anyway. This way it will just allow me to intercept the file and save it somewhere else as wherever I choose. So in this case, I click play video, and here we can see the department chair beginning to explain things. However, notice that the icon up here is spinning, which means there's content to be available. So if I click the drop-down box, it will click on the name of the file. And in this case, I can save it to the area where I normally store lots of files, save it there. And I can see here the name of the file, as well as text explaining the size of the file, how much has been downloaded, and so forth, the amount of time left, and based on the color of the background here, I can see just how much is downloading over a certain time. So here, I can see here it's green, downloading relatively fast. However, the text color is white. It says it is downloading 9 megs per second so far, 10, 11, etc. So in order to change this to something else, I can just go to the downloads box, click options, go to appearance, and I want to make sure the text is black. Hit apply. There we go. Now the text is black, it shows up better on the white background and so forth. And that's about all you really need to know about the Firefox.